He was diagnosed with a disease that could have ended his career before it even started. He was rejected for being too small, too weak, too slow. But he didn't just survive. He became the greatest footballer the world has ever seen. This is the story of how Lionel Messi became the GOAT. Lionel Messi's story isn't just about football. It's about beating the odds, proving the critics wrong, and becoming the greatest of all time through sheer hard work and talent. Messi wasn't supposed to succeed. He was too small, too fragile, too quiet. But he didn't care. Messi wasn't chasing greatness. Greatness was chasing him. Lionel Andres Messi was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina, into a working-class family. His father, Jorge Messi, was a steel factory worker, and his mother, Celia, worked as a cleaner. Messi grew up in a small house in a rough neighborhood where football wasn't just a game, it was survival. Messi's first love was football. From the moment he could walk, he had a ball at his feet. His grandmother, Celia, was the first person to see his talent. She would take him to local matches and convince the coaches to let him play, even though he was smaller and younger than the other boys. Messi would later say that his grandmother was his biggest inspiration. "Everything I have, it's because of her." At 4 years old, Messi joined his first football club, Grandoli. He was so small that the other kids towered over him. But when the ball reached his feet, magic happened. Messi would weave through defenders, scoring goals with effortless precision. Coaches were stunned. They said he was special. They said he was gifted. At 6, Messi joined Newell's Old Boys, one of the top youth academies in Argentina. He scored over 500 goals for the team's youth side. People started calling him La Pulga, the flea, because of his small size and quick movements. Messi wasn't just good, he was unstoppable. But then, everything changed. When Messi was 10 years old, he was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency, a condition that meant his body wouldn't grow properly without medical treatment. His parents were devastated. The treatment would cost over $1,000 per month, money the Messi family didn't have. Newell's Old Boys agreed to cover part of the cost, but eventually, they stopped paying. Messi's future was hanging by a thread. His parents considered pulling him out of football altogether. His dream of becoming a professional footballer was slipping away. And then, fate intervened. At 13, Messi's family sent a tape of his highlights to FC Barcelona. The scouts couldn't believe what they were seeing. A small boy from Argentina, smaller than most kids his age, dribbling past defenders like they weren't even there. Barcelona invited Messi and his family to Spain for a trial. Messi showed up, quiet, shy, wearing clothes that didn't quite fit. But when the ball reached his feet, he became someone else. He danced past defenders. He controlled the game. The Barcelona coaches were stunned. After the trial, Barcelona's sporting director, Carles Rexach, was so impressed that he wrote Messi's first contract on a napkin because he didn't want to waste a second. Barcelona agreed to cover Messi's medical treatment. The Messi family packed their bags and moved to Spain. Messi left behind his friends, his family, his home, all for the chance to follow his dream. But life in Barcelona wasn't easy. Messi was small. He barely spoke Spanish. The other boys in the academy teased him for his size and his quiet nature. He was homesick. He missed his grandmother. But Messi didn't let it break him. He trained harder than anyone else. Messi would stay behind after practice, working on his dribbling, his passing, his shooting. When the other boys were sleeping, Messi was practicing. When the other boys were tired, Messi was still running. At 16, Messi made his first team debut for Barcelona in a friendly match against Porto. He was the youngest player to ever play for Barcelona's first team. And he didn't just play, he dominated. At 17, Messi scored his first official goal for Barcelona. The assist came from Ronaldinho, who later said, "Messi will be the greatest player of all time." But Messi wasn't just another talented player. He was a phenomenon. At 18, Messi led Barcelona to the Champions League title. At 21, he won his first Ballon d'Or, the award for the best player in the world. At 23, he won the Champions League again, scoring in the final against Manchester United. At 24, he became Barcelona's all-time top scorer. By 26, Messi had already won 4 Ballon d'Or awards, more than most players win in a lifetime. But Messi wasn't done yet. In 2012, Messi scored 91 goals in a calendar year, breaking a record that had stood for 40 years. He led Barcelona to 10 La Liga titles. He won the Champions League 4 times with Barcelona. He became the first player in history to win 7 Ballon d'Or awards. He scored over 600 goals for Barcelona, more than any player in the club's history. But there was still one thing missing: a World Cup. Messi came close in 2014, leading Argentina to the final against Germany. But in extra time, Germany scored the winning goal. Messi was heartbroken. Critics said he could never be the GOAT without a World Cup. But Messi wasn't done yet. In 2021, Messi finally led Argentina to glory, winning the Copa America. Tears rolled down his face as he lifted the trophy, his first major international title. And then, the final chapter. In 2022, Messi led Argentina to the World Cup final against France. He scored twice in the final. The match went to penalties. Messi stepped up, calm, focused, and scored. Argentina won. Messi had done it. He had conquered football. After the match, Messi lifted the World Cup trophy, the missing piece of his legacy. His teammates carried him on their shoulders. The fans chanted his name. Lionel Messi was no longer just a football legend. He was immortal. Messi's legacy isn't just about the trophies, the goals, or the records. It's about the mindset, the resilience, the quiet strength of a boy who refused to let his size or his health define him. Messi once said, "I start early and I stay late, day after day, year after year. It took me 17 years and 114 days to become an overnight success." Lionel Messi wasn't born great. He built his greatness. He didn't give up when the doctors said his career was over. He didn't give up when critics called him too small. He didn't give up when the world doubted him. Messi became the greatest footballer of all time, not because he was gifted, but because he worked harder than anyone else. If Lionel Messi can rise from nothing to become the GOAT, what's stopping you from chasing your dreams? Like if you're inspired by Messi's story, comment GOAT. If you believe Messi is the greatest, subscribe for more incredible success stories. Lionel Messi didn't just become a legend, he built his legacy.